dead trees here in Disturbia. I had to go into Frankfurt this morning. And out of every smokestack, there was just piles and piles and piles of shite being funneled into the atmosphere. So many trees are dead. It's just pathetic. I've been saying this for several years. And of course, the trees in the woods are being decimated. So is the land. Building, 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 building. I was just mortified driving through Frankfurt to see what they have built in the last 10 years since I've been away. I used to live in Frankfurt. I lived there for 6 years. And I don't miss it, to be honest. I do work in Frankfurt, but on the outskirts. There they've got the European Bank. And they're just building loads and loads and loads of new buildings. You know, you have to wonder for what. What are they planning? This new Tower of Babel is going up all around us. And yet who sees it? Not very many people do. When people see building, they think progress. What is progress but a digression? Take a look back here, they're building also. I do not know what it is. I don't know what they're doing. But of course, they clear trees out to build. You would have thought that the Green Party would have something against all this building, but they don't care. All they care about is CO2. But the thing is, the more they build, the more CO2 is accumulating. So that can't really be what the problem is. The problem is we have devils and demons working through the forces on earth that should not be. In fact, I'm really beginning to wonder if anyone on television is real at all. It just boggles my mind to think that the figures on television do not really even exist. That it's all just a game. It's all just a show. The reason why I'm thinking this is recently, after many years, I saw two moderators that I haven't seen, like I said, for many years, 10 years or so. Well, even when I had a television, I never watched them. That's why I got rid of the television, because I rarely watched anything. Now we've got the ubiquitous drizzle coming down. Anyhow, I saw a show, and it was a show. That's what they are. They're just shows. With a moderator named Markus Lanz, L-A-N-Z, Markus. And I looked at him and I thought, that's not Markus Lanz. Well, it is now. And then there was another one, a female named Maybrit Illner, I-L-N-E-R, or it might be I-L-L-N-E-R. I'm not sure if there's one or two L's. And I thought, that's not Maybrit Illner. What they've done is they have a role to be played, and it's played by different people over a span of years. And if you watch these people every day or once a week or whatever, regularly, you do not realize that they are gradually being changed. I mean, consider the possibility that they're not even men or women at all, or that there's some sort of an avatar imbued with a demon. I do not know. I do not know. And I was watching a politician. I was listening to her. Actually, I quite like her, but, when she denied that there was such a thing as chemtrails, I realized that she was on their side, and I'm talking about maybe 9 or 10 years ago. that I wrote to her, and to different politicians that I thought were good at the time. But I'll tell you what, they're all the same. It's the left-right paradigm. And not only that, but as I said, I was watching this one named Sarah Wagenknecht. Well, look at that name. Isn't it strange? Wagenknecht? Okay, anything is possible, especially in Disturbia. But I was looking at an interview and listening to what she was saying and watching her, and it looked like she was standing in front of a green screen. You could just tell by looking at the fringes of her person, of her body, of her hair, of her ears, and then just looking at how often she blinked. Every second, blink, 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 blink. This is not normal. I thought to myself, does she even exist? Supposedly she's married to Oscar Lafontaine, who's, I don't know, going on 80. She herself is, I think, still in her 40s. She might even be a little bit over 50. I don't know exactly how old she is. And I thought, this is just all an elaborate show. What did Shakespeare say? All the world is a stage. And if you think about different actors who they say, oh, they had a surgery. Did they really? Or what is it actually going on here? Like Mickey Rourke. That's not Mickey Rourke today. That's not the same Mickey Rourke that I knew and loved when I was young. Did I know him really? I don't think I did. You see, that's what television is for. It's for mind control. Not only that, but they're playing with your memory. I knew that I wasn't looking at Marcus Lance, and I knew that that was not Maybrit Illner that they were showing me. But because my memory has not been destroyed. You see, they've destroyed people's memories about what's real in the sky. This is not cloud cover. I don't remember the first, let's say, 50 years of my life, or at least 45 years, that the sky was completely covered with white and black. Here you've got the darker, here you've got the lighter, it's the poles again. Where there was absolutely, you could not see the sky at all. This brew does not move. There's nothing moving. And this drizzle and this fog, it's not real. And if you consider the possibility that nothing is real that you see on television, those people aren't even real, that they're ruled and run by demons. Like the Great Oz. If you watch that movie, it's almost like a predictive programming. It's, well, they're spilling a lot of beans, and they're telling you exactly what they're about, which is lies and deception. And maybe they're not real, but they're just engineered by demons. Maybe all of Hollywood has just really been taken over now by demons. They're talking about population explosion. Just now driving through Frankfurt, there's a lot of houses on the Main River. And penthouses and this and that. And I thought to myself, I don't know anybody that lives in one of those houses. I wonder who lives there. There's so many houses. There's so many apartments. Are there really that many people? I don't know. I'm just wondering. This is such a mirage. This life. And not only that, but what really started this whole thing off was that I went to a doctor this morning in Frankfurt, and I haven't been to her since 2006. And when she came into the room, I didn't recognize her at all. Okay, she had a mask on. And she came in the room and she had cropped, very short, dyed red hair. Orangish hair. And I took one look at her and I thought, this isn't Dr. Stratmann. And I thought, who is it? You know, how many people do we know like that in life that are just like the moderators on television? They are not real. They are demons. And the interesting thing is, this doctor used to be what they call an insurance doctor. You could go there with your insurance card. Now you cannot. For the last, I think, 5 years or so, she's gone to private practice. And the thing is, more and more doctors are going into private practice. What does that mean? That means that you pay so and so much out of your paycheck every month, and your employer matches it and pays even a little bit more for insurance that is no good because the doctors are all going private. Can you imagine that? This earth is just so desperately wicked and evil. It's just beyond belief, and it is harrowing if you think about all the deception that is going on.